The stars looked calm. But peace is not always real. Deep in space, near the edge of the galaxy, a small human colony called Veronine lived in silence. It was far from Earth. No trouble had ever come there until now. At 2:16 a.m., Earth Command received a signal. It was short. Just 2 words. They lied. Nothing more, no voice, no video. Just those 2 words sent from Vera-9. Commander Alina Price, sitting in the Earth Defense Station, stared at the screen. "What does that mean?" she asked. The tech officer shook his head. "We don't know, ma'am, but the signal came from the main tower of Vera-9. Then it went completely dark." Alina stood slowly. "Try to contact them again." They tried. Again and again, nothing. Far away, on the moon base, Admiral Cade Thorne was already awake. He always woke early. Old habit from war days, he read the report about the signal. They lied. He narrowed his eyes. He had seen lies before. He had fought. Wars started by lies, and he knew something was wrong. He contacted the Galactic Council, the group of alien races who promised peace across the stars. Earth had joined the Council 40 years ago, after the last war. The Council replied fast. They said the signal was a technical glitch. They said Vera-9's systems were old. They said there was no danger. Admiral Cade didn't believe them. 3 days passed, no word from Vera-9, not even a whisper. Then a ship arrived back from the edge. It was the scout ship, Pathfinder 3. Its crew looked pale, scared. Their voices were quiet. They brought a video. Alina Cade and the Earth Council watched it in silence. The screen showed Vera-9, or what was left of it. Nothing moved. The buildings were gun-melted or crushed. The ground was black. Ash floated in the air. Like snow. There were no bodies, no signs of battle, no smoke, just silence. One soldier whispered, "It's like they were erased." Admiral Cade stood up. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't nature. Someone did this. One of the Earth Council members asked, "Who would do such a thing?" Cade looked at them, his face hard. "I think we already." No. Back on Earth, people started asking questions. Why was Vera-9 destroyed? Why was the signal ignored? And most importantly, who lied? Earth Command sent more scouts. They found something worse, Council warships. They were near Earth's outer colonies, not just 1 or 2, whole fleets, silent. Watching. When asked, the Council said they were only training. But the fleets didn't move away. They stayed in the dark room of his office. Admiral Cade stared at the star map. He spoke softly to his second-in-command, Captain Juno Ray. "They're preparing for something." "War?" she asked. Cade nodded. "Yes, a quiet war, the kind that starts with silence and ends in fire." He paused. "Get the fleet ready. No more waiting." But it was already too late. That night, another signal came. But this one was different. It came from deep space. Not from humans. It came from an old friend, a Ziyari scientist, who once helped Earth build star drives. He was bleeding, scared. His message was broken. The Council. They plan to erase Earth. You are too strong, too fast. They fear you. He looked around. Nervously, someone was coming. Then he said the last words. "You were never part of the plan." Then the screen went black. Captain Juno stared at the screen. "Why would the Council fear us?" Cade's voice was cold. "Because we didn't kneel." The next day, Earth Command made the decision. All fleets were ordered to red alert. All ships, all bases, all systems. The stars were quiet again. But now, Earth knew the truth. The Council had lied. Vera-9 was just the beginning. Now, Earth would prepare its answer. And that answer would come with fire and fury, the stars around. Vera-9 were still, but Earth knew something dark had happened there. A peaceful colony was gone. A signal warned. They lied. And then, nothing. Now, Earth wanted answers. Admiral Cade Thorne stood inside the command center of the Moon Defense Base. He looked at the screen showing the remains of Vera-9. Black ash, no life, no sign of battle. "This wasn't war," he said. "It was a message." Captain Juno Ray nodded beside him. "Then we must send a message back." Cade didn't speak. Not yet. He needed truth first. So Earth sent its best stealth ship, the Shadowlance. into the void to the space around Vera-9. No weapons, just eyes and ears. It was time to listen. Inside the Shadowlands, Commander Rika Sol and her small crew drifted in silence. Everything was dark, no signals, no energy, just frozen space and broken stars. Rika whispered to her crew, "Keep your eyes open. Anything strange, report at once." They scanned the area. For hours they found nothing, but then the silence broke. A strange signal appeared, faint, hidden deep inside a dust cloud. It wasn't from Vera-9, it wasn't from Earth, and it wasn't from any known ship. It was alien and old. Rika stared at the screen. "Track it." The signal repeated the same phrase in a broken voice. "They are watching. They are coming." The crew froze. "What does it mean?" one asked. Rika's voice was calm. "It means we are not alone here." The signal led them to a dark place in space. There, floating with no power, was a ship, not human, not council. It looked ancient black metal covered in strange markings. Half-destroyed Rika ordered her team to bring it aboard. Inside, they found one survivor, barely alive, an Aliana Ziari, same race as the one who sent the last warning. He was hurt, burned, breathing hard. He opened his eyes, slowly. You came," he whispered. Rike leaned closer. "What happened?" He spoke with pain. "They destroyed Vera-9, not by mistake, but on purpose." Back on Earth, Admiral Cade watched the video report from the Shadowlands. The alien's words were slow, weak, but clear. "The Council fears you. Your growth, your power, your speed. You were never part of the real peace." Cade's jaw tightened. They built the Council for control, not unity. Earth was too free, too strong. So they made a plan. Erase your colonies, isolate your fleets, then silence your voice forever. The alien coughed blood. His last words shook the room. "You trusted the wrong peace." Then he died. Captain Juno whispered, "They want to erase us completely." Cade nodded, and they almost did. He stood up. His voice was steady. "Send this report to every Earth fleet." Quietly, no panic, just orders. "What orders?" she asked. Cade turned toward the star map. "Prepare for the storm." Far away, near Saturn's rings, Earth's Black Fleet activated. It was a hidden force secret for decades, built in silence. Each ship larger than cities, each one made for one purpose: survival. Now, the Black Fleet would rise. Meanwhile, the Council moved to Council warships, quietly surrounded Earth's outer colonies. They didn't attack, but they didn't leave. They just stayed watching, waiting, pretending to train. The Council called it a peace drill, but Earth's generals saw the truth. Admiral Cade spoke to the Earth Council leaders. "We have proof," he said. "They destroyed Vera-9. They sent fleets to our borders. They lied." One Council leader said, "But we are not ready for war." Cade's answer was cold, "Then prepare to die." Earth Command sent out a message not to the Council, but to its own people. A shadow grows in space. The stars are not safe, but Earth stands ready. The people of Earth began to understand. The peace was broken. The Council betrayed them. And now, a storm was coming. In the Shadowlands, Commander, Rika gave one last update before returning home. But, as they turned back, they saw something. A Council battleship hidden inside an asteroid field. It aimed at them, missile lock. Someone shouted. "No time to escape," Rika said. She looked into the camera. "One last message. They are already moving against us. Warn Earth. Fight back. Never kneel." The screen went black. The ship was gone. On Earth, Admiral Cade stood, silent as the room watched the last moments of the Shadowlands. His voice was low, full of fire. "Enough games. Enough lies. They killed our colony. They killed our scout ship. They think we'll run." He stared into the stars. "But now, we strike back." The people of Earth were no longer blind. First, the colony on Vera-9 vanished. Then, the Shadowlands was destroyed. And now, Council warships were hiding near human space. Earth asked for peace. The Council gave them silence. But in that silence, Earth found the truth. Admiral Cade Thorne stood before the Earth Defense Command. His voice was cold, clear. "We have lost 2 ships. An entire colony is gone. And now the Council watches our borders like vultures." He paused. This is no mistake. This is no training. This is a plan. Behind him, the screen showed recovered files from a hacked alien data core taken from the destroyed council ship that attacked the Shadowlands. The files were shocking. One document, labeled Final Protocol, Human Removal, spelled it out clearly: target human colonies. Objective, weakening. Earth's defense network final phase. Collapse of Earth leadership through orbital strikes. The room went silent. One general whispered, "They planned this for years." Captain Juno Ray stared at the screen. "We were never their allies," she said. "Just a threat." Cade nodded. "And they hid behind words like peace and unity, while building weapons behind our backs." The worst truth was yet to come. One file showed secret meetings 40 years ago between the older council leaders back then. They welcomed Earth into the Galactic Council. But it was a trap, a slow war. The Council would learn from Earth, copy its tech, then erase it before Earth could rise too far. They called it the Containment Plan. And Vera 9 was only the first move. Cade's fist slammed the table. "They used our kindness, our hope, our trust." He turned to the Earth Council. "We must choose now. Do we wait and die slowly? Or do we strike back before they finish the job?" Some members still wanted to talk to the Council, but most had seen enough. The vote was made. Earth would fight. Earth Command sent a secret message across the stars. Initiate Operation Dawnfire. This wasn't a defense plan. It was something much bigger. Under the oceans of Earth, sleeping war machines began to rise. Giant carriers, long hidden, opened their launch bays. In the asteroid belt, cloaked battle stations powered up. And above Mars, Earth's greatest warship, the ESS Titans. Wrath was awakened after 20 years in storage. On the bridge of Titan's Wrath, Commander Viren Malik, a veteran of the old wars, stepped forward. "It's time," he said. The lights came on. The ship came alive. Its engines roared like thunder. Back on Earth, Admiral Cade stood before a global broadcast camera. He looked directly into it. His message was not just for Earth, it was for the Council too. "We trusted the Council. We stood by them in war. We shared our knowledge, our peace, our dreams. But they saw our kindness as weakness. Now they will learn what Earth becomes when betrayed." At the same moment, Earth's fleets moved into space. Stealth ships, battle cruisers, planetary defense cannons, each one ready, each one fueled with rage. Meanwhile, in Council space, panic began. The hacked data core sent Earth more files messages. From inside the Council, Earth has discovered the plan. Their fleets are mobilizing. We must strike first before they come to us. But it was already too late. Earth was not coming to beg. Earth was coming for justice. In the outer system, a Council spy ship tried to flee with data, but before it could jump, it was hit. A beam of white fire from the ESS Vindicator cut through. The stars and the ship exploded. Commander Malik said just one word: "Message sent." At Earth Command, Admiral Cade stood beside Captain Juno. She asked quietly, "Do you think the galaxy will stand with us?" Cade answered, "They were afraid of what Earth could become. Now they will see it." The lie was now uncovered. The peace was broken. The trap was clear. And Earth was no longer waiting. The lie was no longer a secret. The Council had planned Earth's destruction for years. They used peace as a mask. They feared humanity's strength. And now they had made their move. But Earth was not afraid. Earth was ready in deep space. Earth's hidden fleets came alive. The dark ships of Project Dawnfire rose from moons, asteroid belts, and ocean vaults. They had been sleeping for decades. Now they were awake. Admiral Cade Thorne stood on the bridge of the command ship, ESS Valiant, staring at the screen. "Status?" he asked. Captain Juno Ray replied, "All fleets are in position. Mars, Titan, and Lunar Command are on red alert. The Black Fleet is fully armed." "Good," Cade said. He looked at the glowing stars in front of him. They wanted fire. "Now, we give it to them." Earth sent one last message to the Galactic Council. "We know the truth. We have seen your plan. We will not kneel. We will not forget. Stand down or face the full strength of Earth." The message ended. No reply came, only silence. Then something happened. A human listening station on Jupiter's moon Europa was attacked. No warning, no mercy. The station exploded, 200 lives gone. Council fighters vanished before any response could be sent. The war had begun. Admiral Cade's voice echoed through every Earth fleet. Europa was the final line. They have made their choice. Now, Earth answers. The first strike came fast. For Earth warships, the Reaper's Hand, Iron Howl, Blackstorm, and Solar Fawn jumped into Council space. Their mission hit the shipyards that had built the fleets near Earth's borders. The Council never saw it coming. Laser beams cut through the darkness. Explosions lit up entire sectors. Docked Council ships were destroyed before they could lift off. In 10 minutes, the shipyard was gone. Council Command tried to respond, but Earth had more surprises from Neptune's orbit. A hidden cannon named Heaven's Lance activated. Its first shot crossed 1,000,000 kilometers in seconds. A massive energy beam slammed into a Council dreadnought. The ship didn't explode, vanished. Council leaders panicked. They said Earth was slow. They said humans were weak. Why did their weapons burn stars? Because Earth had learned, Earth had watched, and Earth had prepared for this exact day on Earth. Civilians stayed calm but alert. Emergency drills were activated. Bunkers opened, defense shields powered up. Earth was not just sending ships. Earth was building a wall of fire. Meanwhile, Captain Juno led a strike team into Sector 9, where a Council base was hiding. They used stealth tech Earth had never revealed before. Silent ships, cloaked drones, jamming fields. Juno's squad landed undetected. In 5 minutes, they planted charges across the base. As they escaped, she gave the signal, boom. The entire base vanished in a flash of blue light. The Council still didn't understand. They had pushed Earth too far. They thought Earth would beg. But instead, Earth brought precision, power, and punishment. Admiral Cade called a secret meeting with Earth's top commanders. There will be no retreat, he said. We do not want war, but we will not be erased. One general asked, do we destroy their capital? Cade shook his head. Not yet. First, we cut off their fleets, break their pride, make them afraid. Earth began to strike everywhere. Communications hubs destroyed. Fuel depots gone. Listening stations silenced. The Council's web of control started to fall apart. 1. Council leader sent a private message. We underestimated them. We never should have touched Vera 9. Another answered, we thought they would cry, but they roared. In the darkness of space, Earth's fleets moved like shadows, fast-focused, full of fury. The message was clear. You tried to kill us now. You face us back on Earth. Children watched the skies. Old veterans dusted off medals. Families stood proud, afraid, but unshaken. They knew what was coming. They trusted the warfighters. They believed in Earth, at last. Admiral Cade sent a message across every Earth system. We do not fight for control. We do not fight for conquest. We fight for our right to exist. For Varanine, for Europa, for every soul they tried to erase. And we will not stop until they remember why Earth was never meant to be broken. The stars were no longer silent. They burned with anger and fear. Earth's fleets had begun their strikes. Shipyards destroyed. Bases lost. The Council now knew they had awakened a force they could not stop. But Earth was not finished yet. Was one last chance. Admiral Cade Thorne stood on the bridge of the ESS Valiant, staring at the massive star map. Across it, red markers blinked, each one a Council fleet. They were gathering near Sector 14, close to the ruins of Vera-9. It was no longer a secret. This would be the first true battle. Not stealth, not sabotage. War. Captain Juno Ray joined him. They want to end this fast, she said. Cade nodded. They thought we would stay quiet. They thought wrong. He turned to his officers. Send the message. The message was short. It was sent. To every Council fleet, ***, you destroyed Vera-9. You killed our people. You lied. Earth has one rule. You strike Usui, strike back harder. This is your last chance. Leave or burn. ***, the message was ignored. The Council believed Earth wouldn't dare attack a full fleet. They were wrong again the next day. 3 massive Council battle fleets arrived in Sector 14. They outnumbered Earth's forward force. Hundreds of ships, thousands of guns, and one arrogant belief, humans are not ready for total war. Earth's force was smaller, but not weaker. The ESS Titan's Wrath, Reaper's Hand, and Ashfall led the line, each one powered by Earth's newest weapon neutron pulse cores, faster than light, hotter than suns, built in secret. Now ready to roar, the stars between both fleets fell silent. Weapons charged, shields raised, but no shots. Fired dash yet, a voice came through open COMMs. Council Admiral Relic Zahn appeared on screen. His face was calm, cold. This is your last warning. Power. Down your weapons. Return to Earth. Accept Council Controller. Be destroyed. Admiral Cade stepped forward. He didn't shout. He didn't argue. He just said, "You already destroyed Vera 9. This is your last warning," Relic laughed. "You will die here, human." Cade cut the signal and gave one final order. Engage. What happened next was not a battle, it was a storm. The Titans. Wrath fired first. Its neutron cannon ripped through space like a lightning strike. 3. Council destroyers exploded in seconds. The Ashfall followed, launching a wave of magnetic torpedoes. The enemy shields failed. More ships vanished in fire. Council fighters rushed forward, but Earth's Falcon-class interceptors were faster. They danced between lasers, slicing through cruisers like knives. In space, speed and precision win. And Earth had both. From above the fight. Cloaked ships joined in. Earth's Spectre units decloaked inside the Council formation. They fired from close range, deadly and unexpected. Was chaos. Admiral Relic shouted for retreat, but Earth had already blocked every exit point. The Council fleet was trapped, one by one. Their ships fell, explosions lit the void, and in just 27 minutes, the entire Council armada was broken. Of the 3 fleets that entered Sector 14, only one ship limped away. Captain Juno watched the wreckage float in space. They didn't believe we would do it. Cade's voice was quiet. They will believe now. Back on Earth, the people watched the battle on secure channels. They didn't cheer. They didn't celebrate. They stood in silence, remembering Vera 9 and Europa, and every soul lost. This wasn't victory, it was justice. But the message was clear. Earth didn't start this war, but Earth would finish it across the galaxy. Neutral alien races began to whisper. Earth destroyed 3 Council fleets in under 1 hour. Their weapons are not like ours. Their leaders do not fear death. The humans are coming. On a dark moon far away, Council leaders met in panic. One voice said, "They gave us a choice." We laughed. Another said, "Now we beg for mercy." But would mercy come? Or would fire? Back aboard the Valiant, Admiral Cade sent one last message. Asterisk, asterisk, Earth asked for peace. You gave us war. This was your last chance. Now we bring the storm to your gates. The stars were no longer peaceful. They burned with war. The Council had made their move, but Earth had answered, and now. Earth was not holding back. After the battle in Sector 14, only one thing was clear. The Council was losing. 3 of their largest fleets were destroyed. Their shipyards were silent. Their leaders were afraid, but Earth was just getting started. Admiral Cade Thorne stood on the bridge of the ESS Valiant. Watching the stars shift on the map, Captain Juno Ray spoke beside him. All fleets are ready. Strike teams are in position. Orbital weapons have cleared for full launch. Cade gave one command. Begin Operation Firestorm. And then it began. In 5 different corners of Council space, Earth's fleets attacked at the same time. Fast, precise, brutal. They didn't go after civilians. They didn't destroy cities. They struck power centers, fleet stations, communication relays, command worlds. They wanted one thing, to break the Council's control. Above the planet Torvisix, a massive Council fortress floated in orbit. It had never been touched in over 100 years now. Earth's warships surrounded it. The ESS Iron Howl fired first. Its plasma cannons tore through the fortress. Shields, explosions ripped the sky. Then came the dropships. Elite human marines landed fast, stormed the halls, and took the base in 8 minutes. The Council soldiers surrendered without a fight. They had never seen humans like this in another system. The stealth ship Black Spear slipped into Council space unnoticed. Its mission: destroy a secret AI command hub controlling fleet drones. The ship launched a virus built by Earth's best minds in seconds. The entire AI network collapsed. Thousands of Council drones went dead. Powerless, useless. The system fell in silence. Back on Earth, the people watched the updates. Each battle, each strike, one by one, red enemy markers vanished from the map in the Council's home systems. Panic spread. Meetings turned into arguments. Leaders pointed fingers. Some called for surrender. Others wanted revenge. But their fleets were broken. Their control lost. Their fear growing. A council general shouted in a meeting, "We thought Earth was weak. We thought they would never fight back." Another leader said, "Now they are everywhere, and we cannot stop them." In the shadows of a dead moon, the Titan's wrath appeared in orbit above Council Prime. The heart of the enemy's power, alarms rang across the planet. People looked up and saw the black shape of Earth's strongest warship in the sky. It didn't fire. Not yet. It only sent one message: "We are here. This is your final chance to surrender." Inside the ship, Commander Varan Malik stood at the ready. "We await their answer," he said. Admiral Cade replied from the Valiant, "They won't surrender yet, but they will soon." Back across the front lines, Earth's fleets continued. The assault, the ESS Revenant led an attack on a Council weapons lab hidden in an asteroid field. Council scientists tried to escape, but Revenant's gravity bombs tore through the rocks, crushing everything in a wave of fire. No more weapons, no more plans. In just 6 days, Earth had taken control of 4 Council sectors, 17 military bases, 5 major orbital stations, 1 command world, and they had lost 0 ships. This was not war. This was domination. Captain Juno watched the stars burn. On her screen, they thought, "We would fight like them," she said. Cade nodded. "But we never fight for power. We fight for survival." In Council broadcasts, fear turned to silence. No more speeches. No more threats. Only one message played again and again: Earth has come, and they do not forgive. Inside their bunkers, Council citizens began to whisper, "Why did we start this? Why did our leaders lie? Why did we attack the humans?" But it was too late now. The fire had already crossed the stars, and Earth was not finished. Admiral Cade sent one more message to the Council High Command. Asterisk, asterisk, you had a chance to stop this. You had a chance to tell the truth. You threw that chance away. Now we are taking everything back. You lied. You betrayed Earth. Remembers? The Council had ruled the galaxy for centuries. They spoke of peace. They promised unity. They wore the mask of honor. But Earth uncovered the truth, and now Earth stood at their gates. Above the Council homeworld, Prime Oros, the sky was no longer safe. The ESS Titan's wrath floated in orbit. Around it, Earth's black fleet spread like a storm. No ships dared approach. No weapons dared fire, because the Council knew one wrong move, and it was over. Inside the Council tower, panic filled the room. Alien leaders shouted, "Afraid, they're at our doorstep." How did they get here so fast? They were just humans. But no one had an answer, because they had already made the greatest mistake. They underestimated Earth. A message came through. It was from Admiral Cade Thorne. He stood in full uniform, calm and cold. Behind him, Earth's flag waved silently. He spoke only once. Asterisk, asterisk, you have one choice: surrender or be erased. Asterisk, asterisk, silence followed. The Council was broken. Their fleets gone, their systems falling, but still, my leaders refused to kneel. Councillor Veltar, one of the oldest, slammed his fist. "We will not bow to Earth. Not now, not ever." He sent a secret code, a final defense, one last act of pride far beneath the Council city. Ancient weapons activated. A network of fusion cannons rose from the mountains. They turned upward toward Earth ships. They were massive, deadly, built long ago, never used. Until now. But Earth was watching. Inside the Valiant, Captain Juno Ray shouted, "Sir, ground weapons are activating." Admiral Cade's voice was cold and sharp. "Then this is their answer." He turned to the fleet. "Fire." In that moment, the proud city of the Council shook under Earth's fire. The fusion cannons tried to fire, but it was too late. They were already melting. Council soldiers ran. Civilians screamed. And in the command tower, Counselor Veltar finally understood. We thought we were gods, but we woke up dragons. But Earth didn't. Destroy the planet, not fully. They struck only military zones, government towers, defense networks. Every shot was controlled, every blast with purpose. At last, Earth's dropships landed. Elite Marines poured out. They moved fast, no killing, no chaos. Just one goal, reach the council chamber. And within 1 hour they did. Council leaders stood trembling as Earth Marines surrounded them. Their guards had run, their defenses failed. And now, the truth stood before them, wearing the flag of Earth. Admiral Cade entered the chamber, followed by Juno. He looked at the leaders once so proud. Now they looked small. Cade spoke. You planned to erase us. You lied. You killed. You called it peace. We call it betrayal. He raised a small device. On it every file Earth had found. Every lie, every secret meeting. The proof of the Council's crime. He dropped it on the floor. The galaxy will see all of it. One council? Leader fell to his knees. Please, no more. Cade didn't smile. You will not be erased, but you will never rule again. He turned to Juno. Send the signal. It's over. Back in space, Earth's ships powered down their weapons. A message was sent to all. Systems Council power has ended. Earth stands. The truth is free. Across the galaxy, planets once ruled by fear began to cheer. Alien worlds saw the truth. And for the first time, they saw hope. Not because Earth had destroyed the Council, but because Earth had refused to become like them. In the streets of Prime Oros, Earth soldiers helped wounded civilians. They gave food, water, medicine, not as conquerors, but as protectors. And yet, deep inside, the anger remained. Vera-9 was still gone. Europa was still ash. So many lives, stolen. But justice had come, not with words, with fire. The Council had burned the stars. Now, Earth lit the match that changed the galaxy forever. The war was over. The Council was broken. Their fleets gone, their lies exposed, and Earth still standing. But peace does not come quickly after fire. Now came the harder part. Building a new order. Admiral Cade Thorne stood inside the council chamber, once filled with lies and false power. Now it was filled with truth and silence. Captain Juno Ray stood beside him. She asked quietly, what happens now? Cade didn't answer right away. He looked out the window at the sky above Prime Oros. The fires had stopped, but the scars remained. In the days after the battle, Earth took control, but not with chains. They didn't rule the planet. They rebuilt. They fed the hungry, treated the wounded, even saved Council civilians left to die by their own leaders. The galaxy watched, and it remembered. Earth does not destroy to conquer. Earth destroys only when betrayed. A new message was sent from Earth. To every corner of space it was short. Asterisk, asterisk, the Council is over. There will be no new rulers, only peace guarded by truth. Earth will not control your worlds, but we will protect them. Stand with us, or stand down. Asterisk, asterisk, the message shook the galaxy. Some feared it, some loved it, but all respected it, because it came not from a throne, but from the people who had bled and fought for justice. In the weeks that followed, over 70 planets signed the new accord. It was not a council, it was not an empire, it was a pact led by Earth, joined by worlds who chose peace, no forced loyalty, no lies, just one rule. Asterisk, asterisk, if you raise a weapon in the dark, Earth will answer. Asterisk, asterisk, on the ruins of Veranine, a monument was built, a single stone tower, standing tall in the ash. Carved into its surface were the names of every soul lost from Veranine, from Europa, from the Shadowlands, from Earth's fallen cruisant at the bottom. One sentence: we remember. We rise, we never kneel. Admiral Cade visited the tower alone. He placed his hand on the stone, and for the first time since the war began, he closed his eyes, not from pain, but from peace. Far above, Earth's fleets returned home. Their job was done. For now, in a quiet press hall back on Earth, the world's leaders gathered, civilians, soldiers, scientists, survivors. They spoke not of revenge, but of watching the stars dash together, one reporter asked Admiral Cade. "Will there be more wars?" He looked up at the sky. "Maybe, but not today. And if there are, we'll be ready." As the sun set over Earth's cities, lights came on. Gathered, children played, and for the first time in years, there was hope. Not just for Earth, but for every world that had once feared the Council. And above them all, written in every language, on every world touched by war, were 5 words. The Council lit Earth answered,